Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiral Dadia. We have with us Ria Singh, Head of Commodity. We have Ria Singh, Technical Analyst Currencies, joining in. Welcome to the show, Ria. My first question coming to you is, what's your view coming in with regards to where the US dollar goes? Because a couple of events that are lined up, which could be having a bearing on the same. However, currently, 93 level is somewhere it is finding its support. What's your view for the future from here on?
Hello, Eden. Yes, if you look at the dollar index particularly, it has quite kept its composure and is stabilizing around the 93 levels. The If we look at the overall momentum into the dollar index, it has given quite a green shoot, but it has eventually come down and has traded into the red. This is with respect to the overall sentiment that is going around in the greenback, and it does remain bearish. As we can look, the same is reflected in its momentum as well. Most probably, this kind of momentum is seen into the greenback, where the green shoots have not been sustainable, and the dollar index is constantly losing its momentum. Moreover, with respect to these, the stance that the Federal Reserve has maintained with respect to the overall liquidity, as well as the new, the new uh, uh, the new report that it has given out. Uh, there is a speculation that the Federal Reserve may again have to come up with a different package or a different strategy altogether in order to combat with the second wave of COVID-19 that that is highly weighing on the US right now. Also, with, as you said, the upcoming events is there. A lot of its negative position have been formed onto the greenback with respect to the various speculation, coming out of the political uncertainty ahead of the November elections as well. So, apart from that, I think the recent grilling that the Fed is going through as well, not only Fed but even the Treasury Secretary, with respect to announcing the need of further, release of liquidity, is quietly, indicating the slump that the COVID-19 has created into the US economy as well. So I think this is what actually weighing down on the dollar index when it comes to its appreciation. So we can see dollar index respecting to the 93 levels, but it will be quite a battle for the dollar index to test its higher highs that we had seen, in the previous sessions.
Right. And clearly, we are seeing weakness with regards to where the euro and pound goes. What's the sense that you pick up on that front?
I think as far as euro is concerned, recently ECB is in quite a dilemma as to what to do with, the again the package that it has released, and how extensive it will go with its bond buying programs. ECB has been very aggressive with respect to the bond purchase, but there has to be some limitation that has to put forth, because uh, there has been a debate where a flexibility on part of the ECB is questioned, because you cannot just freely flow the liquidity into the government. The monetary, you can not easily finance the governments of various countries forming the EU. So there is a restriction on that part. So ECB currently has launched its overall pandemic buying program review on it, and how much exception that it will be making with respect to its flexibility. And as we know, there is a second wave of COVID-19 that is coming through, which has quite put a dent onto the economy in on the EU area. So that is what I think is weighing on the euro right now, and ECB is not quite happy with the appreciation that the euro has seen in the past, because of the various harm that is doing in respect to the trade and uh, you know and similar sectors. So I think even that is one area that ECB is quite playing its forte into. Whereas pound is concerned, pound will highly be sensitive with respect to the development on the Brexit part. The next round is coming up, and if it's failed, if the talks fail to bring any improvement into the Brexit deal, it will highly weigh onto the pound in the coming sessions. So next round of negotiation is very crucial for the pound, and it will remain highly sensitive to it. As far as economic update goes, yes, there is a negative rate going through that, but it is as far as the statement from the BOE goes, they are discussing it, but right now they are not considering to put for the negative rates. But there is a high chance of Britain going into a second lockdown, which can hurt the GDP as far as 2% of the overall UK economy. So that is something that needs to be considered into the coming momentum in the pound. So I think both euro and pound will remain under highly pressure with respect to the current development that is happening into the overall economy, as well as the steps taken by the respective central banks.
Right. So, taking all of this into consideration, what's the impact that we see on the Indian rupee, and what should be the strategy one should look at?
I think Indian rupee has been doing fairly well amid such tensions across the major factors that normally factors in into the momentum of the rupee, because we are seeing dollar index constantly if you compare with the previous low levels, it has come up a bit and is respecting 93, and we are not seeing so much of a depreciation into the rupee. It is strongly been holding of 73, 75 resistance, which is a very surprising move if taken with respect to the performance of other currencies. So I think rupee will continue its sideways consolidation, and 73, 75, 73 will be the horizontal channel that it will go through, at least for a shorter term, into the coming session. And any since by looking at the momentum of the rupee, I think selling on the higher high should be the strategy, because it is not breaking out of the 73, 75, or even 74 levels. So selling on the higher high should be the strategy that one should look out for into the rupee. The strategy obviously that one can follow is going short into the pound and euro. That will be a very good bet to go through. The levels that one can look for into it is uh, uh, just a second. Yes, so definitely even today it has 94.42 is what it has ended on. But anywhere breach of 94.30 would be a good level to go short into the pound, and for euro I think a breakdown of around 80 630 is something to look out for into the euro. So sell euro and pound below 96.30, 86.30 respectively.
Right. All right, Leah. Thank you for sharing all of the strategies and your views coming in with regards to where the currencies market is concerned. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.